Good day. My name is Doug, and this is a game we call The Crust. And this is episode 3 of my third base. And we start right off the bat with a little note here. It's about time to build an ice melter, an essential element for producing water, and by extension, oxygen and food. Okay. Start my timer here so I keep this at a reasonable length of time. Okay. And just for actually I'm doing okay on power right now. So we'll leave that be. Let's see, it's complaining about water, and that's because my ice melter isn't built yet. We are waiting on titanium. And all of my titanium was going down here. We still need a couple of concrete bricks. Now, one of the things that I've been looking at is how I'm going to work in the regulus refinery into this rather widely spread base. And I'm thinking on that. Let's see. Those go there. Okay, let's try something. I'm not going to actually start the clock yet. So there's that. And if I just like that, titanium is up there. So maybe if I turn it like this. Okay. And power. Okay. Let's go ahead and start this just so I can get things rolling. Now. Darn it. Sorry, I'm thinking this through. This is with my recent conversion over to a new plan, I have to rethink a lot of this. So we're going to stop that, and we will stop this. And get this to clear itself out.
Director, this place was clearly inhabited until quite recently. Judging by the items left behind, they could be survivors from MT4, our ill-fated base. I'll contact their employers at Evermoon.
You do that. Okay. Fraction of hope. During the inspection, the bodies of 2 deceased module workers were found. They did not survive the crash. Big surprise that. The module itself is of great interest for research. Not only does it contain valuable equipment, but its structure and materials proved strong enough to withstand re-entry from orbit. Studying the wreckage with drones will advance our research. And this is, I get 2 different areas of research just for what I've done so far.
Director, we've been contacted by Mr. Holloway, the CEO of Evermoon Corporation. That's whose base we're running now. They've lost contact with their employees since the explosion and are asking us to try to find them. We can use our rover to do that, but Crust may not be happy. What do we do?
We will, of course, help.
Thank you for agreeing to help. We received several fragmented messages from survivors at MT4, but then the communication was lost. We have sent you the coordinates of one of our complexes south of MT4. Maybe someone managed to take shelter there. Please check this point first. With your assistance, we have a chance to save them. Good luck, Director.
Okay, now. Can't waste science points.
Looks like you haven't built a living quarters or made a backup plan yet. It's a good thing I'm still in charge of the rescue operation, Director. We estimate that the Hope 2 survivors will land in 90 days. If you don't prepare to accommodate the crew by that time, people could die. You can try sending parts to the station, which might delay the impact and increase the probability of success of the operation by 31%. We'll get you all the data and research you need.
Okay, we'll send them materials and give them some
Your
more time.
colleagues have already received the new technology for building the landing platform. Prepare the materials and send them to the station as soon as possible. Remember, sloppiness could cost someone their life.
Thank
Director,
you.
finding surviving employees of another corporation is a worthwhile endeavor, but it's not our primary concern. Your emotions should not influence your decision-making, and I personally will make sure of it if needed.
So we need a landing platform and components to send to Hope 2. Begin preparations immediately. The station may collapse at any moment.
The landing platform is now ready to operate. I've got everything set up. As soon as the pod arrives, the drones will fill it with resources, and the cargo will go to the Hope Station. You can see it in the pod's interface how much material is left to load.
Okay, let's go ahead and freeze this for a second because I have a lot of things going on. I'm going to need 10 components and 20 silicon. I can manage that. Wasting science points. Let's see, I've got orange and blue, but no green. That's social. So let's see what I can do. Social. Well, I'm going to need people to be able to sit. But I also need carbon fiber. We'll go with carbon fiber for now. Oh, I can't go with anything for now. Expedition Control Center. I hate to lose that. Engineering Lab. It's already done all that research, so we'll get rid of that for the moment. We'll bring it back in a bit. And we'll do that. Okay, back here. And back underground. So this is done. Yeah, I just need to kill that. Okay. And then here. Okay, now. That goes to there. All. Kill that. And just have that go like that. Then here's the iron. Wait, no, I screwed up. These guys are refined. Yeah. Damn it. There. That's what it should look like. Okay. And then this. Stop that there. Let this go. Clear that out. Okay.
Package delivered. Research complete.
It's obviously a sin, but kind of works. Why isn't this getting built? 5, 10. Smart concrete. Right. Okay. Freeze it. Let's take a look at my... Ah. Okay. Blue. Back underground. Okay, so unlock that. So that should give me high titanium and high iron.
Objective achieved.
I'm still working this out. I guarantee this is not perfect. Okay.
Thanks for the delivery, Director. With that, we can patch up the escape pods and be able to rescue everyone. I'll have Deani arrange to repair the thruster immediately. We'll try to stabilize the station and buy you some more time to prepare.
I'm not here to lecture you, Arthur, but I advise you to start repairs on the power unit. There should be enough solar power to maintain life support systems and run the remaining engines.
Flight Engineer Nicholas Baker speaking. The Commander is busy repairing the second escape pod right now. Thanks for the advice. We'll see what we can do with the new
Research
parts.
complete.
We had long since scrapped the idea of getting the panels to work using our resources.
You hang in there, Nicholas. And tell your man we won't abandon them. They don't have to worry about that.
Thank you, really. Hope is all we have right now. And transmission.
During our conversation, Crust's projected date for the station's collision with the moon has just been updated. Given the new circumstances, it looks like we have a little more time to prepare.
Okay, and that is the time till it hits. Now, since I'm down here, let's see. I have beds. Now you need a minimum of 4. I have found 10 seems to be the default. 4, 5, and I like to set up 5 one way and then 5 the other. 2, 3, 5 with a blank middle area where we can put stuff. Research is complete. Let's take a look. That's the fundamental science lab. Okay. And then we will put in a little bit of recreation in here, because otherwise they will go crazy. So, that there. There. Oh, it's a nice little conversation nook. Okay. And yeah, we know that. So, back to this issue. Here we go. Now, the fundamental science lab. We will put in this corner here. at the rover. We'll send him down there. Try and get this issue resolved. Research. Bring resources. Nothing where I can just pick up. So, I guess we're done there. Okay, back down. Okay. It is daylight. There we go. Scan that. That's more H2O. That's a good thing. Okay, silicon. Iron. Okay. Close that down. Let's take another look up here. Oh, good, that's built. Okay, let's get things going. Now, I still need to figure out silicon. That's going to be a low priority here because we don't have a whole bunch of it. And aluminum, that's also going to be pretty low. But what it will produce is more smart concrete. So we will do that for right now. And all maybe get it power. What's wrong? And it's going to be 2.
After thoroughly scanning and
Oops,
exploring
okay.
the area, the rover discovered a protective case with a tablet near one of the doors. In addition to research data, it contained a text file.
Collapsed due to a powerful explosion. Kate and the others didn't make it out, and Tanya is seriously injured. 6 of us are alive, including me, MT4 Chief Robert Podolsky. The outer part of the complex was almost completely destroyed by the blast wave, and the electricity and life support systems are offline. We have a working vehicle, fuel, and oxygen supply. We have enough to reach the Evermoon 3 observation station. Let's see if they had more luck.
No biological or any other activity was detected in the complex. Director, that's our Robert. If there's any hope that he's alive, we should keep looking.
Okay, so let's go. Hang on for 1 second here. There we go. There's the rover. Let's go take a look here. And there's the Evermoon 3. Okay. Investigate. And back down. Now, here's This obviously is a little bit overwhelmed, and that can all go away. Let's close this off for a second. Now this might actually be too much. For one multi-regular or regulus refinery.
Objective achieved.
But if I send that there, build all.
The research station was badly damaged by the explosion. The radar towers were destroyed. The solar panels were also hit, but some of them are still working. Rover's equipment also detected activity underground. Someone may be down there. However, the door to the underground complex looks sealed. The activation panel is malfunctioning. To its left is scratched out "Traitors," and there are tracks. Someone has definitely been here recently. Now, there's just mangled equipment, a huge sealed door, and tracks leading away from the station. The LPS system on the rover will help us find them. Run a scan near the research station.
Okay, looks like I do not have enough money for this at the moment. So let's think about this. Well, okay, definitely don't have enough smart steel. That's not a great price for steel. Okay, plates. 373, that's a decent price there. So let's go ahead and sell me some plates. Courier. That's 210 plates. 90,000. Okay. So, while we're waiting on that to happen.
Director, the lunar proximity scanner emits a focused beam of electromagnetic waves. These waves propagate rapidly, covering the area around the scanner. When the waves encounter an object within the scanning zone, the LPS visualizes its location for the operator. If a hidden object is present in the outer scan radius, the LPS will indicate the route to the object. When a hidden object is within the radius of the rover's inner circle, activating the LPS will accurately display its location.
Okay. So, speed 1 for the scans. There we are. Speed 3 for the actual movement. Wasting science points. What am I wasting? Engineering. Let's go ahead and get that. Okay. Speed 1 for the scan. There we are. Speed 3 for the movement. Okay, I made some money, so I can do right. Speed 1 for the scan. Speed 3 for the movement. Back to 1 for the scan. There we are. Set an expedition. Okay. 3 for it to happen. happened. Prepare yourself
We discovered
for
a damaged
tears.
transport. There were no employees of the Evermoon Corporation inside. The transport's logbook survived, and the rover is transmitting the contents of the last entry.
What caused that explosion? An asteroid? Nuclear strike? What could hit so hard? It doesn't matter now. Tanya's condition has worsened, and medications are running out. Supplies, oxygen, all running low. The transport runs on solar panels, but soon it'll be night, and we won't survive it. We'll head towards the sun, try to buy us some time. If only those bastards at Station 3 had let us in. They survived. I heard knocking, but they didn't open the door. Maybe they know something we don't. Maybe in their place, we would have done the same.
Either way, we need to hurry. Without the sun, we're as good as dead.
It's a tragedy. By the time the sun had set, they had no chance of survival. Thank you for bringing the matter to a close. We will notify their loved ones.
Okay, now for the tearjerker.
Director, there's more. We found an audio recording that appears to be Robert's.
I don't know why I'm recording another one. Apparently, I miss you and the kids. I'll be home in 2 weeks. This time, we'll go to the mountains. I've had enough sand and beaches. Work, as luck would have it, hasn't slowed down a bit. Alloway insisted on mining right on MT4 and hired a company to do it. They seem to be nice young people with interesting developments. Their Alice reminds me of you when you were young. She's pretty and talks too much. How long has it been since I gave you flowers? Anyway, I have to run. There's something going on here.
I'll make sure this is passed on to his family.
Okay. So we will send this up there. And back underground again. Okay. I should have the money to build that now. There we go. Now, let's see.
Director, a horrific tragedy happened to the MT4 crew, and I can't help but wonder what happened at Evermoon 3. Robert said they weren't allowed to go inside, and the rover clearly detected activity inside. But I still can't believe a reasonable person could do such a thing. We can break the sealed door, but that would require sending drones and materials. What do you think?
Definitely want to check it out. Okay. So. And again, get rid of these smelters. Oops. Right. Okay, whoops, research complete. Pause it. Go look. Hey, the repeater's built. Good. Fundamental. I already have that set up. Good. So 17 days there. A lot of time there. Even though he's done a lot of the research already. Yeah, blue. I think engineering is going to be next. We're going to want to speed that up. Okay. So. Going to want to take this. Here. And we need to send it underground. For that. And back on top. And just going to connect it to that. Okay. Also going to take this, do basically the same thing. There. And that'll get that running. Okay. And then finally I have something I have nothing built for yet. And that's aluminum. Make sure I haven't missed that. Nope. There we go. And we'll run this down just past that. And we're going to put in a couple of...
Around the research post, there is a level platform and several small buildings. Wheel tracks are leading away from it in different directions. Inside the structure is disarray. Items are scattered, lockers are open and emptied, emergency crates are opened and emptied. In some rooms, there is a large amount of research equipment and materials. There are no people to be seen. They clearly left the outpost in a hurry.
Based on what I saw, the outpost was engaged in studying photosynthetic microorganisms capable of living in a vacuum and zero gravity. Director, send drones to study the materials. This will aid in further research.
Okay. Now, I'm going to want to set up a couple of smelters here. I want to put it right in front of that though. No. Cancel all. all. Let me think about this for a sec. Let's get that set up. Extractor. There. Power. Whoops. Build it. Power. Okay. Now, thanks. Keep hitting the wrong key. Okay. Smelter. Shoot. It's just in the wrong spot.
Research complete.
Smelting furnace. And we're going to want to make a single resource. There we go. Okay, then. Cancel. Gonna make that aluminum. Select. No, not steel. Aluminum. There it is. I'm gonna make this aluminum as well. Aluminum. And then drop this right there and make this. Okay, that sets up all of my basic smelting desires, even if I haven't found a source of aluminum yet. So, stop it. Let's take a look at the research. Hey, good. The Expedition Control Center is built, or is researched, not built. So, 45 days, about 10 days, yeah. Actually, we can find out. 3 days. Definitely need to do fundamentals. Yeah, definitely need to do fundamentals. Fundamentals. So, what do we have here? Cargo dock. Flight center, yeah, I'll need that. Okay, now, we still don't have this. Why don't we have that yet? Titanium. How is it we don't have titanium yet? Wow, okay. We have no components. Well, that's serious. It's actually very serious. Let's go ahead and buy some titanium. Some components, sorry. Buy. Okay. Now, we're gonna need a couple of components. Let's get 10 just to be certain. And monthly report. At least I've got money. Rover. Research outpost. Pick up. Oh, but I'm gonna need drones. Darn it. Farhad. Oh, before I do that. Switch to 1. And is there anything around here? Let's take a look. Nope. Okay, we're gonna go to Farhad. Okay. How am I doing down here? Farhad, go. Forgot to hit investigate. Okay. And let's go topside, because my cargo pod is ready. Okay, back down below. That's going to get me everything I need. It's going to get this repaired. There we go. Which is going to start production. There we go. Whoops, 3. Wrong one. There we go. Okay. Once production starts, everything starts moving. Let's get this.
Research complete.
And research complete. The sociology lab. Yay. We have one final lab to make, and that's the engineering lab. And yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and place the sociology lab. Okay. that. Far ahead control tower. In the middle of a barren landscape stands a lone control tower. There are no obvious signs of damage, and the structure seems to have been abandoned for some time. There are no people or the usual rover in sight. Emergency boxes are empty, and the only interesting thing is the information from the control computers. According to it, a supply convoy was supposed to pass nearby but never reached its destination. And I am credited with a lot of research. Okay. Right, I know that. Let's go check the rover out. The Farhad Control Tower served as a critical hub for the monitoring and regulating traffic in this sector of the moon. Your rover has discovered data on a missing convoy of vehicles nearby. Scan the area with your rover to locate it. So, one for the scanner. And let's take a look. There we go. 3 for movement. I'm getting pretty low on money. Something to pay attention to. 1 for the scan. And there's something. 3 for movement. Scanning, and we have a destroyed convoy there, so we will investigate. 3 for the, and you can see we're searching this area.
The convoy was transporting several tanks of liquefied fuel and a couple containers with various spare parts and electronic equipment. It seems that the vehicles were seriously damaged and buried under collapsed rock. You can immediately send a cargo truck to collect the easily accessible cargo, or you can try to break up the rubble with a rover. It will be necessary to send drones to excavate most of the cargo, but the operation to retrieve it might be risky.
And we will send out drones. It's going to be a little bit of time before I can do that. Okay. Is there anything left to investigate? Requires research. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay.
Research complete.
Back down. I need to go topside for a couple of reasons. One, I need to build a repeater. I think I will put that right there. 2, I need to build a expedition center. Okay. Which I will put right there. pause it. Let's go take a look at the research. And the programmable splitter, yay. So, 10. It's going to require fundamental. So, that's going to be a while. 51 days, yeah. That is almost complete. So, social. Let's go ahead and do the large dining room. Okay. What am I doing down here? Aluminum, which I have being built. Or being... Oh, I don't yet. What's going on here? We need components. Damn. That's broke again. That's bad. Unfortunately, and really, I'm out of those again. Wow. Okay, how am I gonna figure this out? Well, I can sell more titanium plates, I suppose. Sell. It's still a pretty good price. Won't need that big enough. Okay. Oh, maybe I will. Okay. I have no titanium, I have no aluminum, but I do have silicon. That's, as silicon goes, that's not a bad price for it. So, that gets me a fair amount of money. Let's go ahead and sell it. I need to wait till I get that money before I can actually buy anything. So let's go ahead and get things rolling. Gosh, darn it. Really hurting on components. Place to put that stuff as well. Guess wrong. How am I doing up here? Have a ways to go to get that loaded. Yeah, these are all components. So that's 6, 7, 8. So getting 10 again probably isn't a bad idea. And get them before I get the rest of that? Nope. Way short. So I'll have to wait till we get the money. Okay, how's this coming? We've loaded the silicon, we've loaded most of the plates, and that's still happening. Oh, right. Steel's been loaded there. Steel's been loaded there. Oh, you're gonna need a lot of components. I need to wire these up. So we'll get those wired up. That's gonna screw up my power though. Down here, these are going to require a lot of components too. I did not take that into account. That's where 10 of them went. Excuse me. Sorry, couldn't get the mic turned off in time. I tried. Iron deposits. Cool. I have lots of iron this time.
Я вот думаю, ветер свободен. Дождь. Это точно. Все, что стихия, понимаешь?
And doing here.
Надо просто это ощутить.
Working pretty hard, getting close. 20 off. Well, this pretty much is the end of today's session, so we will go ahead and call it here. So I wish you all a fair day, and we'll see you later. Bye.